First question for Rob.
Oh, first of all, can I just say
Sure.
something?
Go ahead, Rob.
I just want to say, first of all, congrats to the Mets. They got a really good club. They played well. They never give up. Their second half was unbelievable. I thought Manny did a great job, and they really played well.
Thank you, Rob. We're gonna go here, Destiny.
Rob, you guys came into this season with World Series aspirations. How disappointing is it for the season to end so suddenly?
Very, and it always is, especially when we got off to the start that we got off on. So yeah, it's disappointing, but the thing that's not disappointing is the character that's in our room, the professionalism, the way they go about their business, the way their work ethic, and that's not just the players, but it's also the coaching staff, support staff. We have a really great group. We got beat in a short series.
Next question. I'm going to go down here on the left to Marcus.
Rob, can you explain what happened to your hitters and your bullpen in this series? I mean, you've scored 5 runs in your 3 losses, and your bullpen gave up a ton.
Yeah, it's the bullpen might be some of its execution, maybe some of its being familiar with our guys. Don't know. It should work both ways, though. But as far as our offense is concerned, I thought the Mets did a really good job on us. I thought we had pretty good at-bats today, and not much to show for it, but we had a couple of opportunities, and Quintana pitched pretty well. But, offense comes and goes, and it's hard to explain, really.
Okay, going to go back here to Destiny.
Rob Hoffman threw 7 pitches in the 5th. He warmed up 3 times. I guess, and then there was some traffic in the 6th inning. Why did it take until Taylor came up for you guys to warm somebody up?
Yeah, he gave up the ground ball double. Then he hits Marte, and I still think his stuff's good, even though he got up 3 times because of Rangers' pitch count in the first couple innings. He didn't really throw all that much. He didn't have many pitches down there. So I thought he still had some left.
Rob, it's been diminishing returns in the postseason versus improvements during the regular season since you've been the manager. And you have a very well-paid ball team and a bunch of stars. Can you address, I guess, the perception that the team is kind of going backward? Do you feel like the returns are diminishing?
No, I don't think so at all. Like I said earlier, now I don't like losing series, and I want to win a World Series, but anything can happen in a short series. And they pitched to our offense really well, and they got to our bullpen. So, but I don't see us going backwards now.
Okay, Ron. I'm sorry, Paul first, then Ron. Yep.
Rob, you had such an emphasis on getting off to a fast start this year, and you got out to the big lead. Is there any sense that it was hard to maintain the edge once you guys got out to that big lead?
Well, it's something to look at for sure, but my sense in the clubhouse with our players was that they never lost their edge. They may have gotten tired over the course of the year, but everybody does at some point. But the thing that we did do during the middle part of the year, or first third, we had some injuries and guys stepped up, and that's when we really kind of took off. But then we fell off a little bit in the middle there. But I don't categorize that as losing their edge. I don't think those guys did.
Good, Ron.
Is there a frustration at all in that as more and more teams go into the playoffs and the postseason gets longer, that what you do for 6 months, that doesn't mean nearly as much as the ability to just play well at the right time in October?
Yeah, I don't know whether it's frustrating. I mean, I don't really get frustrated with things I can't control, and you can't control that. It's just the rules, and that's the way it's set up. So you have to deal with it and live with it and adapt to it.
Okay, again, Marcus.
Do you believe that this roster, given the results from the last 3 years, and I know it's changed some, but not a ton, do you think it has the capacity to win a World Series?
Absolutely. Like I said, there were times during the ebbs and flows of the season where you get into a rut, and it happens in the postseason too. And unfortunately, it happened at the end of the Arizona series last year and this year. But that doesn't mean that things won't change next year.
We're going to go back here to Destiny.
Where did Christopher Sanchez fit into your pitching plans today?
Extra innings, kind of emergency, but because he needs some extra time to get ready, so he can't really come into. We got to give him a heads up to get ready, and that would be extra innings.
Go back to Marcus.
So considering we spent 2 days wringing our hands over Ranger Suarez and whether or not he was going to dissolve on the pitcher's mound tonight, can you address his performance and the performance of really all your starters, even Aaron through the first 4 innings yesterday? It seems like you got the front end of the game going pretty well for you.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought our starters did well, and I was encouraged by Ranger's stuff today. And man, he was flirting with disaster the first 2 innings, and he just kept fighting and changing speeds and keeping people off balance. And that's who he is. He's just a poised man, and he really knows how to pitch.
And where was your head? I know Hoff was up at least twice. I mean, how close was the hook, and did you have a conversation with him like after the second? I think he had 50 pitches. And did he talk you into it?
No, he never talked me into it. I just want to make sure he was okay. That's all. But because his pitch count after 2 was what? I can't read anymore, but yeah. So, and then he got pretty efficient the next 2 innings. So he settled in pretty good. But I thought he was good. I thought his stuff was good. His curveball was really good. Command was fine. So that was encouraging.